Hi, just updating liquidity. It's the end of day, 2nd of June, going into the 3rd of June in the Australasian global futures markets. Just starting with the SPIX, the biggest of the indexes. We can see that red is selling, green is buying. We can see we've had several periods of selling of the markets. At the moment, we've had quite a little bit of buying. We can see that there's a couple of different, we're looking at two groups of indicators here. One, the first three are the indicators for the SPIX itself, and the second three below are the indicators for the Mag 7. And the Mag 7 again had some buying periods at a similar sort of a time which you would expect associated, but they have been heavier, although we did have a green day today. If I just go through and I'll have a look at the NDX. The NDX looks a little redder. We'll just go zoom out to the 2 hours. It looks, again, it had some good buying through. It did have a good buying period in the top of this. And look, I suppose it's a bit below. Again, if we have a look at those Mag 7s, they're not as strong. So the purchases driving the market at the moment are spread around further in the market. If we just look at the retail ETFs that people like trading, you can see that retail really, they've come a bit late to the party. They sort of missed this bottom. They've been hesitant, and then they've really bought up hard. And at the moment, retail are fully invested as far as I would have thought here, and I think the Qs are pretty much the same. Yeah, again, you can see the retail left the market, and they've come in and they've chased hard, buying late into the market. And again, it looks okay, as opposed to actually what's happening in the market at the moment. The VIX looks reasonably flat. It has been, there's quite a lot of buying at the moment of the underlying. I don't think that it's driving the market. It's just the fact that there's been puts purchased in the market, and then those are being offset in the VIX by market makers. The different players within the tech stocks, we see Apple is a little bit flat at the moment. It's had a lot of buying, but generally it's flat. But here at the moment, we can see the last couple of days it's sort of risen out of here, and it's flattened out a little bit. Amazon, again, it's sort of flattened out and had some sideways. Nvidia is a little bit better. Nvidia's had a little bit more buying recently, along with the fact that it had its earnings, so there was something in that. Google has had accumulation. You can see throughout this whole bit until just recently, it's had quite good accumulation. Meta as well has looks a little bit sideways, but it before it's had, oh sorry, I've clicked on the wrong one there. It's gone a little bit sideways here, and it looks like it's not accumulating, but it's really just started to drop down here. I don't know if this is at a distance is so representative of the liquidity. Let's have a little closer look. Yeah, look, it had a little bit of buying there, and then it's sort of topped through, and then today it's had more aggressive buying. Probably have a little bit more at the surface liquidity. Obviously, it's already being held long, so that is my assumption. That's why these periods here have seen sideways movement rather than down movement, where these have had an increase. So the surface liquidity is tighter than the long-term liquidity because the positions are already being held long-term. That's my little update on the markets. I hope you enjoyed it. I would be considering that the market is long, looking at the positioning. So I would be picking long trades. I will be picking long trades at the moment rather than short trades for any futures or day trading. Always best to trade with the market.